how they murdered him. Locally, John Fryman has been convicted of killing Monica Lemon during a satanic ritual at his trailer home. Her legs discovered behind a church. Her torso never found. One of the cruelest but not unusual tales of devil worship among our young people. For most devil worshippers, it doesn't come to human sacrifice, but rather taking the life of an animal, and often drinking the blood.
They believe that the life force from that particular animal is magnified several times over, and when they drink the blood of that particular animal, they take on that life force.
Thomas Wedge is an expert on Satanism and is called in to offer assistance on many criminal cases around the country. Police believe animal sacrifices had taken place here, behind the screens that once held mental patients at the old Longview Hospital.
We just found things similar to this on the wall throughout the building, but then when we got in here, you could tell that if they had a meeting place, this would have been it.
The signs of devil worship signal a path to follow through the bowels of the dilapidated old building to reach this large ward.
I don't know whether to believe this stuff is for real or if it's just somebody expressing themselves. But then circle here in pentagram, and we put the measurements and kind of the circles and some of the other things that were written on the wall. I started to believe that at least somebody knew what I was doing.
Cincinnati police found a group of teens from Lakota in their room Halloween night. They refused to talk to police about why they were there. Whoever wrote this on the wall centers their attention on Satan and likely is after power, a sense of belonging, being accepted. That's what satanic worship is all about.
I was gone, but I couldn't stop myself from doing it. It's like something was controlling me.
Jeff is talking about the day he attacked his girlfriend, who claims spirits took over his body. You'll meet Jeff tomorrow and another group of teens who are considered dabblers. They do it because it's the thing to do. Clues that many of our teens are involved in a power trip so foreign, most of us would never understand. Our children are becoming desensitized to death and evil from heavy metal music. That's according to experts on Satanism.
It's just the music that makes sense to you. And then you start hearing it all the time and you like it. And then so I start getting into hardcore, my mind weak because I sit in my head.
They become interested, they're curious. It's like most people are curious.
That's probably a good way to describe the involvement of these Anderson High School girls. Not serious practitioners of satanic worship, but they are fascinated by it.
There's this one guy I heard about, he wants to cut his finger off, and he wants he's sacrificing it to Satan, and he wants to drink his blood from it.
Is he one of the kids that you feel has gone too far?
Yeah, he's really into acid and stuff like that, he can't make it through the day without it.
Where do you draw the line in participating in wearing the symbols and talking that way and listening to the music?
When death becomes involved, or hurting other people in
That didn't stop teenager Jeff Ozeppi. He fits the mold of the most likely candidate to become more than just a dabbler in satanic ways. Police describe the average participant as white, 16 to 20 years old, and male.
So you got to fit in or walk by yourself, and it's kind of hard to walk by yourself without doing drugs or anything.
What starts them out is they need to belong to something. The normal, pure belongings are not open to them. They're usually not good at sports. They don't get along with the in-group, so they look for other ways to join.
Jeff says a friend got him into it, and he says it felt good to no longer be alone.
I get into meditation and dreams, and I like fantasy things, and that's what draws me and kind of still draws me towards devil worshiping because it's fantasy.
Jeff tells me spirits have actually taken over his body.
I almost killed my girlfriend like about 2 years ago. When I attacked her, it wasn't me, I didn't do nothing, I was just over the house, and then all of a sudden, there's like a controversy in my mind, like, it ain't me, but I couldn't do nothing about what my body was doing. And at the time, I was taking drugs.
Basically, they believe that Satan gives them the power to do anything they want. And the important thing is, they do believe it, whether anybody else does or not. So they feel omnipotent because of drugs. They feel they have a savior in Satan, and he'll reward them for whatever it is they're after.
Every time I go to God to ask him, what should I do, I I don't know if it's him telling me what to do or if it's, the devil telling me what to do, and I could get very confused.
Does it scare you?
Yeah, it's strong power, definitely.
And tomorrow, in our final segment on teens and Satanism, we'll have some insight for parents, what to look for with regard to your teen's possible involvement.